Hello and welcome to another episode of Explore Maple Grove. My name is Shari McGuire and I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Results. Today I'm here with Dr. Kyle Trontvet. He is the owner, co-founder, and chiropractor at Restore Chiropractic. He specializes in pediatrics and is a fellow of the Holder Research Institute for Torque Release Technique. Stay tuned to the end of this interview as well, because he has a special promotion for new patients. Thanks for joining me today, Dr. Kyle.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Shari.
Yeah, my pleasure. Well, let's start with what led to opening your business.
Yeah, my background is actually not in chiropractic. I started my career as a registered nurse, and I got married to my wife when I was fairly young. I was 20 years old. She was 21. She's a few months older than me. But when we first got married, she really struggled with things like neck pain and migraines. They were pretty significant. And while she was going through this, I'm graduating from nursing school, eventually landed my first job, working in the operating room as an OR nurse and later as an ICU nurse. And she's struggling with her health. And I was interested in chiropractic initially because of a chiropractor she ended up going to down the road, where she all of a sudden got some drastic and amazing health changes with her body, where she was going off of muscle relaxants, no longer had to take 2 to 3 hour naps in the day just to get to the end of the day with being able to make it through. And she was also at the time struggling with infertility. So all these things kind of came to a head when she started to attend this chiropractic office. And it was just so amazing to me that I was so intrigued and wanted to do it that I decided to uproot my family. We moved halfway across the country to St. Louis, Missouri. I started to attend a chiropractic college there called Logan University. And I pursued that degree and later opened my office in Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So there must be special techniques taught at that St. Louis clinic or school?
Yeah, so, each school teaches kind of a core of techniques that are very comparable across the board, but then you can specialize in different techniques. So one that I was really interested in was very similar to the ones that my wife was getting when she first started to get all of these health changes. That was so inspiring to me to even pursue chiropractic in the first place. So one of those techniques was called torque release technique, and that's what we use in our practice today.
Yeah, so anything you can tell us about that? Because you said you get really good results with it.
Yeah, it's very gentle. It doesn't require any twisting, cracking, or popping of the head or neck. People really like that, especially with just different concerns around chiropractic. People really like that it's a very gentle approach. We can even use this approach on kids as young as like a year old. Infants, we adjust also with very similar light force techniques. We don't use an instrument like we do a torque release technique, but it's very neurologically based. It's allowing us to get to the root cause of health concerns. We utilize neurological reflexes in your lower legs to identify even what side of the body to adjust, and it narrows down ultimately to where the problem spots are, and we can make it very gentle and specific adjustments.
Wow, that's pretty cool that you can do that. So what has surprised you most in owning your own business?
We've had the ups and downs of owning our own business, but I think a big plus is that we were mentored by other chiropractors who have kind of been there, done that, and we sort of had a blueprint to work from. And so that really helped us to get hit the ground running essentially, and pave the way for a very successful practice. And successful, I mean, that relationship building that we have with patients, and to get them from point A to point B to actually get the fruit of what we offer, to get the end result, which is ultimately a miraculous healing story that every person wants with their health, is to get to a place where they don't have to think about their own health. They can just live life the way that God intended for them to. So, being able to have systems that allow us to have reproducibility with this, so that people can come into our practice experiencing those life-changing moments, and then ultimately be able to do what they love to do and get back to life. So I think that's one of the greatest surprises to me is just how easily that can happen and how amazing it is that the body can heal itself. We just have to give it what it needs.
Yeah, isn't it? It is pretty cool to see the amazing results that can happen from chiropractic. I'm a big believer in it. So what would your clients say they love most about your services?
You know, I think I have this gentleman that comes in every single week, and he says, when he refers other people in, he says, just walk into the doors, because I think it's the experience from the moment you enter our office, the happy smiles, the excited energy that you get when you walk in. There's a positive feel to it. People just say they can't put a finger on it, but they walk in and they can just sense there's a difference in how we operate and the energy within the office. I think that it just gives such a amazing experience right from the get-go. And then ultimately, guiding people through the process to experience those life-changing moments, I think is one of the most rewarding things that we are able to go through. So
that's great. It's funny because you made me think of going in homes. There are definitely homes I walk into and you're like, this is just a happy place. And there are homes we walk into and I'm like, this is not a happy place.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that you've created that environment that is very welcoming and happy.
And the end of the day, people all had certain health concerns, and everyone has their own unique story. So it's our job to really figure out what is that thing in their story that they need a life changed for, and how can we help them and be part of that journey to get them from that point A to point B. So that's one of the most rewarding things. And I think unique things that we do is we can help people to pinpoint what that is, what's that one thing or maybe two things that they need improvement to, and then help them on that health journey to get there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, so last question would be, what do you love most about Maple Grove?
Ever since we set foot in Maple Grove, it's just the family feels that we get from Maple Grove. There's always activities for families. The community center is amazing. Our kids, we just got connected so quickly here, just with the various things that this community has to offer, even from restaurants to other amenities and stores. Like, we don't have to travel 20 minutes down the road. Everything is right here, right in this town. We just fell in love from the moment we stepped foot here, and we can't wait to continue to grow deeper roots here.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, Dr. Kyle. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I just greatly appreciate your willingness to do this. That's awesome.
My pleasure. And thank you for watching. Again, I am Shari McGuire, a realtor with RE/MAX Results. Feel free to request to be interviewed and reach out to me for any real estate questions on buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Take care and stay well.